Your brain was never designed to make you wealthy. It was designed to keep you safe. Safe from hunger, safe from rejection, safe from uncertainty. And that's the uncomfortable truth most people never hear. If you've ever wondered why you keep earning, then losing, why you know what to do financially but don't do it consistently, why progress feels fragile, like one mistake pulls you right back, it's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're bad with money, and it's definitely not because you lack intelligence. It's because your brain treats financial growth as a threat. To your nervous system, unfamiliar income levels feel dangerous. Long-term planning feels uncertain. Delayed rewards feel unsafe. So your brain quietly steers you back to what it knows, even if what it knows is stress, struggle, and just getting by. And until you understand this, you'll keep fighting yourself instead of working with your brain. To change your financial life, you first have to understand why your brain keeps pulling you back into the same patterns. And that's exactly what we're uncovering next.
Part 1. How your brain learns money patterns. Your brain doesn't learn money from textbooks. It learns money from experience. What you saw growing up, what was said around the dinner table, how stress entered the room when bills were due. As a child, your brain absorbed these moments without logic, only emotion. And deep inside your brain sits the amygdala, your fear and survival center. It doesn't ask, is this belief true? It asks, did this keep us alive before? If money once meant arguments, shame, or panic, your brain learned a simple rule: money equals danger. So later in life, when growth appears, a new opportunity, more responsibility, higher income, your brain doesn't celebrate, it tightens. Because the brain prefers familiar struggle over unfamiliar stability. Predictable stress feels safer than unpredictable success. That's why people unconsciously recreate financial situations they recognize, even when they say they want more. Once you understand how these patterns are formed, the next question becomes even more important. Why do we keep repeating them, even when they hurt us?
Part 3. Dopamine, habits, and self-sabotage. Here's where neuroscience gets brutally honest. Your brain runs on dopamine, the chemical of anticipation and reward. Not happiness, not fulfillment, just relief. Scrolling, impulse shopping, comfort food, avoiding hard decisions. Each one delivers a small dopamine hit, a momentary escape from discomfort. But long-term wealth requires something dopamine hates: waiting. Saving instead of spending, investing instead of consuming, planning instead of escaping. Motivation fails here. Willpower collapses, because habits don't ask for permission, they execute automatically. And the brain will always choose short-term emotional safety over long-term financial gain unless something deeper changes. That deeper thing isn't discipline. It's identity. But here's the real shift. Once you see how habits control your brain, you also realize something powerful. Your identity is what decides which habits survive.
Part 4. Scarcity identity versus wealth identity. Let's talk about identity, not income. A scarcity identity sounds like this. There's never enough. If I don't spend now, I'll miss out. Something will always go wrong. Decisions come from fear. Short-term relief feels necessary. Even when money is present, peace is not. Now contrast that with a wealth identity. Not flashy, not arrogant, calm. Long-term thinkers don't rush. They design systems. They don't rely on motivation, they rely on structure. They ask different questions. What's sustainable? What protects future me?
What removes stress long term? Here's the truth most people miss. Wealth is an identity before it's an income. Your nervous system must feel safe holding more before your life can reflect more. So if identity shapes behavior, the final question becomes, how do you actually rewire your brain to adopt a wealth identity?
Part 5. Rewiring your brain for wealth. This isn't about forcing change. It's about training safety. Here are neuroscience-backed ways to rewire your brain for wealth. 1. Awareness before reaction. Pause before spending, avoiding, or procrastinating. Not to judge, just to notice. Awareness weakens old neural loops. 2. Train delayed gratification. Start small. Delay one impulse a day. Your brain learns patience like a muscle. 3. Repeat calm financial behaviors. Small, boring consistency builds trust in your nervous system. Safety comes from repetition, not intensity. 4. Design your environment. Remove triggers. Automate savings. Reduce friction for good decisions. 5. Act from identity, not emotion. Ask, what would my future self thank me for? Identity-based habits reshape the brain faster than goals. And remember this, wealth isn't forced, it's trained. Slowly, safely, consistently. You don't need to fight your brain, you need to teach it. Take a moment today, just one, to notice a financial habit without judgment. That awareness is where rewiring begins.
If this video helped you understand money a little more clearly, take a moment to like it. It helps BuckSense reach people who value calm over noise. Subscribe to the channel for psychologically grounded insights on wealth and mindset. This isn't about getting rich fast, it's about thinking clearly and acting consistently. If something resonated with you, share it in the comments. Reflection is where change begins. And remember, at BuckSense, wealth isn't forced, it's trained.